Hello and welcome to another Practice Profit Report video. This week I'm going to piggyback off a few things that we've been talking about over the last month or so. We've talked about win the day. We've talked about how not to experience burnout. And one of the most common questions I get all the time is, how do you get it all done? Actually, I very proudly have just perfect harmony with my life in all ways. It's exactly what I teach and preach. But, it requires work. And I will tell you the reason why people get out of balance, if you want to use the term, is because they don't prioritize the preparation and planning. They are so caught up in the doing, and then they take a break, and then they do all over again. And eventually, you have this compounding effect of mess, of gaps, of holes, of mistakes, of things that honestly we've just been negligent about. So the only way to fix that is with my principal strategy and ultimate success tactic called the weekly battle plan. Now, this stems from a very simple premise, and that premise is the most important meeting you will ever have is the meeting with yourself. And so what I want you to do today, commit. And for all of my amazing doctors, top 100, and my wealth group family members, we just want you to double down and recommit, okay? If you aren't exercising the weekly battle plan, make today the day, okay, to turn over a new leaf and get going. You see, for us, every day's game day. So, most athletes, they're preparing days at a time for one game. You got no time to prepare for every day being a game. The way that you solve that is by sitting down before the week starts. I really recommend the Sunday evening, but you can do what you like. If you want peace of mind over the weekend, maybe you do it the last moment of your week. Could be Thursday afternoon. It could be any time, but you got to do it before the week begins. You're literally just looking out ahead and saying, okay, based on my success for this upcoming week, what are the highest value priorities that I need to accomplish? Now, before you start allocating time for things, we're going to focus in on what time you actually have available for yourself. So the weekly battle plan is going to check all the boxes. It's going to talk about when you're going to work out. It's going to talk about when you're going to have quality time. We hope it's on the daily. It's going to talk about when are your big cases or your treatment plan preparation. It's going to talk about when your business development time is. It's even going to focus in on your team meetings. Maybe you have 3 points that you want to prepare for the upcoming meeting on Wednesday. So you take out a beautiful sheet of paper. Good old-fashioned way is the way I like to do it. I actually print my week, a week at a glance, print in paper, and then I walk through the entire week. Here's my suggestion for you. So first and foremost, commit. The most important moment of your week is the moment you spend with yourself, thinking about how you're going to make the next week of your life the most successful week. We call it win the day. This is win the week. Okay? The next thing I want you to remember is what the great Zig Ziglar said. Is you got $1 billion body. Now we have somebody who's got $1 trillion body. You know who I'm talking about. If you have $1 billion body, don't treat it like shit. Okay? If you want to take care of yourself and you want to look at the life you want to have, well, you better be in alignment with how you take care of you. And that's everything. From what you put into your body, what you get out of your body. Okay? What goes in your head, what comes out of your head. Obviously, we're talking about sleep, nutrition, exercise, sweat, relaxation, and peace of mind. All these things have to happen if you're going to be an athlete that's going to win the week. Now, as you look out at this week, we're going to start first by what time doesn't exist in your life. So, for example, we have a clinical day on Monday right here. Let's say we go 8 to 4 or 9 to 3 or whatever it is. We have clinical day on Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday we have morning time for business development. Maybe we have a Wednesday afternoon that's a personal day. Maybe we have our Thursday clinical day and we have our free day Friday. We got to have a free day Friday. It's very important. So now what happens is, if the clinical day is set, what time are you going to arrive at the office? What time do you have your morning huddle? What do you want to be prepared for and accomplish? Same thing with your evening. Okay, just because your clinical day is pre-planned and organized, don't miss the start to your day and the end of your day. You want to make sure that you bookend your life with a purposeful, deliberate plan for how you start and how you finish. Okay, the whole reason you're here listening to me is that this is about more life than dentistry, but dentistry making life possible. So don't get sucked into the practice and that be the only time you plan. If you wake up, jump in a car, rush to the office, start the morning huddle, finish the day, get in the car, go home, crash on the couch, ain't no good. Or go to kids' activities, or go to a hobby or exercise or working out, whatever it is. Just make sure it's planned. Otherwise, you're going to lose a lot of your life. We do the same thing for every clinical day. Inside of your business development time, the BD, as we call it in the business world, business development time, you want to be very specific with what that time is. If it's 1 hour or it's 4 hours or it's a whole day, exactly what you're going to do. And I want to challenge you to compartmentalize it. Some is going to be business. Some is going to be dental. Some is going to be team. Some is going to be maybe patients. Okay? But you're going to plan out the compartments of time. Ultimately, your personal time needs to be that methodical too. So now, in your weekly battle plan, you're going to put your rocks, whatever the big things are that you have to get accomplished. The clinical days are done in and of themselves. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about all the time around it. So maybe our rocks are a date night with your wife or your husband or your kids, okay? Maybe the rocks are your 3 workouts for the week. Maybe your rocks are you have an hour to review your business investing with your wealth account, with the moves that you want to make. Okay? Maybe it is the creation side. It's team meetings. It is your treatment planning, and you're looking out at the week to find where your big cases are going to come. We want a $100,000 week. Inside of the days and the morning huddles, we make this happen. But we're talking about you personally. You as the CEO of your life. Then you have the pebbles. These are the little things that have to get done. Sometimes they're a bit annoying, but they do have to happen. You say, well, I have a little pebble time at lunch. I have a little pebble time the 2 hours after the morning on Wednesday. I have a little pebble time to get what the accountant needs or do such and such on Friday morning. We want free day Friday. Okay, and then finally we have the sand. Now with the sand, I like to make a little list. I just bullet point out. I need to send these messages. I need to respond to these emails. I need to, send a letter or pay a bill or go to a website and buy something. So I have a bullet pointed list. And those are the sand. The sand fits in to various parts of your life, of your day. Maybe it's right before you go to bed. Could be. Maybe it's right when you wake up. Maybe the sand goes into the lunch. It doesn't matter. The point is, you're going to compartmentalize your week. You're going to time block the things that matter most. And then I want you to set a strong intention. This week, what are the best things that are going to happen? What are the goals that you're going to manifest and achieve? And then I want you to pick those top 3 priorities, for the week. Just like we do at the end of every single day. Before we go to bed, we gratitude it out, we script tomorrow, and we outline the top 3 top priorities you're going to accomplish. We wake up in the morning with the deep breathing and the gratitudes, and then we hit the ground running. This is the weekly battle plan. The most important meeting you have with yourself is the CEO of your life. It's game day every day. You better focus on the highest value priorities. The night before, you pre-plan tomorrow, with the objectives. And remember, where your focus goes everything else. So better start with foresight. Beats the hell out of hindsight. Okay? And again, treat yourself like the $1 billion body and asset that you are. If you are, and you believe it, then be in alignment. Don't just wake up and transactionally go through the day. Instead, set a sacred moment of time and lay out the weekly battle plan so you can crush your goals, you can win the week, you can enjoy every single day, and most of all, so you can be at the highest and best use of yourself, of your existence, of your thoughts, okay, and remain in harmony with this beautiful life you've created, and find the joy in the everydays, the peace in the present, and the abundance and prosperity across it all. Let's go get it done.